Hello everyone, this is Max and you're watching EquityMatch.co online live pitch events. Today we had three great founders. Unfortunately, the fourth one got sick, and also our investor guest, I suppose, got sick. So anyway, we always go live and we always bring great founders whatsoever. Today we have four founders, two co-founders, and one founders coming from Ireland, UK, and US. So before starting introducing our founders, everyone wants to come to pitch in our online event. You just email pitch@equitymatch.co. You see it at the bottom of the screen, and we are more than welcome to bring you here live and pitch you to a vast audience of investors and try to get funded and get the fund you need. Everyone wants to raise questions to our founders, please do it, and we bring them immediately to our great founder. And also we stream on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook, so you can watch them today live and also all the recorded video on our YouTube channel. Without taking any more time, let me start with our two founders, because today we have both of them representing their startup. Tuan, Fawaz, Director of Marketing and Business Development, Web3 Genius. Gihan, Wijesinghe, Founder and CEO of Web3 Genius. Web3 Genius is headquartered in Birmingham, UK, software development, seed around 800K for 3 years fund in USD. How's it going, Tuan? Gihan?
Going very well, except for the cold weather. Looking forward to kick off.
Right. That's fine. That's the weather. Please, Tuan, give an introduction to yourself, Sam Gihan, and after I go straight to pitch, don't wait for me. Okay? Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much, Max. So I'm Tuan Fawaz, and I am the Director for Marketing and Business Development for Web3 Genes. So we are headquartered in Birmingham, the United Kingdom, in the West Midlands. And of course, we have our development hub back in Sri Lanka, which is overlooked by our CEO, Gihan Wijesinghe. So I look into the development of the Web3 Genes company in terms of adding input to the products, marketing and sales drive, into the customer experience as well. And we can't wait to see our potential customers adopting our product. So I will jump into the pitch for one of our breakthrough and revolutionary products that we've developed. We call it Secure Doc. I'll tell you a little bit more later in our pitch why it is breakthrough, and of course, not to forget, it is an award-winning product as well. So we developed this software on blockchain, and one of the use cases that we have taken is, as you all know, in universities and educational institutes, they issue educational certificates and transcripts. So the parties that are involved would be the university or the educational institute. Then there are the students, and there are other third-party companies who probably need your certificates, like employment agencies or companies that you look employment for, etc. And some of the common problems in these physical documents, that is the transcripts and the certificates, would be for the university. It is a cumbersome process, the issue. You need to have resources allocated for that. And when you look at the students, they need to find place to store, keep it safe. And when you move countries, you shift residences, you need to keep it safe again. And the other third-party organizations, they need to verify. Like if you're seeking employment, the employer needs to hire another agency to verify the certificates. So some of the problems that occur. And if you take the digital certificates itself, it could be tampered, and there could be data losses, issues with privacy, and there could be unauthorized access as well. So what we've come up with is a pure blockchain-based solution, which is simply tamper-proof, and it is simply paperless as well, and it's cost-optimized and with privacy protected. And some of the simplicities of the software is the functionality where there could be uploaders for the certificate, there can be endorsers, and then you have the certificate holder, and for the third-party organization, there are the certificate validators. And we've developed a very simple user interface with the ability to upload certificates and to endorse. And once it's endorsed, there are pop-up notification to say how the process is being accurately done, and it could be verified as well. And when we look at the market potential of blockchain as a whole, if you look at 2022, it was a project. It was 7.4 billion US dollars, and it's expected and projected at 94 billion US dollars in 2027 with a CAGR growth of 66.2%. So you can see the massive potential in blockchain solutions. And if you look at the geographical areas where the potential is, and that's one of the reasons why we are here in the United Kingdom, we are looking at the EU, the Americas, which includes Canada and Australia and New Zealand. And we look at potential of 21.9 million. And if you look at our model for secure doc would be how we would generate revenues is based on how we build based on the number of documents that get uploaded. And another revenue generating stream would be for our AMC, that's the annual maintenance costs of the software. And steps that we take to bring the adoption to the software is initially we are in discussions with institutes that are providing online education. It could be easier as it is low cost than the other massively with massive physical presence as against them. And the charging would be even simpler as well per certificate. So when you look at the adoption as well, there's another aspect of revenue generating stream potential is where we would like to share the revenue with the education institute every time the document is being shared by the student or the candidate. And some of the steps that we've taken to bring the adoption to higher levels would be we provide free certificate uploads and for a period of 3 months. No any maintenance cost or charges for the first year for the first 5 institutes that we sign up with. And other we would discuss, and probably if there are proposals for changes, top level changes on the software. And in terms of financials as well, we are projecting we are actually expecting to onboard 3 universities. That will be 2,000 documents and 5 online institutes as we go on with 5,000 documents with a revenue of 90,000 US dollars and a financial commitment of in 3 to 5 years altogether with 1.3 million US dollars. In terms of funding, we are looking at 200,000 for the first year, 300,000 for the second year, and 300,000 US dollars for the third year, with a total of 800,000 US dollars. And we had the winner not too long ago for a merit hosted by the British Computer Society with a merit award for one of the best products in research and development category. We have a very well experienced executive team led by Gihan, myself, and Shirat Rajapaksa, the team of 8. And with that, I conclude my presentation and I open the floor for any Q&As.
Thank you, Tuan. Yeah. The market is big. But in terms of adoption, do you think it's big enough to create a very strong business model?
Yeah. So we have mentioned here only the bachelor's degree holders actually. So in the long run, we are planning to go with other institutes, online institutes, and especially for the master's education. Not only that, the professional certifications kind of things. So with whole of them, I mean, with whole the not only the bachelor's degree holders, like all the educational certificates. So the market is somewhat big. Yeah.
In terms of adoption from the university, let's say university or online institutes, how does it work? How do they onboard the certificates, the graduation, whatever it's going to be?
Yeah, onboarding process is very easy. So we have in our system, there is a form to be filled. Once they have filled the form, so very easily we can add the administrative staff. Then they can add the uploaders and the endorsers who endorse the certificates.
So one of the university, one of the person in charge in the university or institute, whatever it's going to be, they're the one who endorse the certificate.
Not actually the let's say the BSc in IT. So that particular course responsible person for that particular degree course, like dean or program manager, he is the one who should endorse the certificate.
Okay, but in terms of if I want to know if this candidate, let's say I'm HR, I want to know if this candidate actually got graduated in this school. How can I do this? If can I come to your platform, or I need the person itself share with me the certificate? How does it work?
Yeah, one thing you can join with our platform as well. The other way is the student, he or she can share with your HR email address, let's say max at equity match. So they should share their certificate link with your email address. Then also you can come to our system without onboarding. Also, you should be able to view the certificate and it as a verified one.
Okay. And in terms of the, because you had the subscription fee, but what about the sharing model? What do you mean? Anytime the students share the certificate, you share the some income with the university?
Not anytime. Once that certificate is uploaded, so we are going to charge some amount from the student, and that amount is going to be shared between the university or the institute and our site.
So you charge the student as well.
Yeah, per student that we are charging. So that is also not directly from the students. So the universities, they can charge from the student and the revenue sharing model with us.
What's you are at Port in UK, Birmingham. What's your strategy to grow?
Yeah, Fawaz,
Yeah, so what we're looking at is since we are focusing right now in England and Wales, so what we identified is with the approach that we had with and the discussions that we had with some of the institutes. So you have the larger universities, the more established universities, and then you have another category is the small and medium institutes. So if you look at the small and medium institutes, they don't have a learning model, a learning management system or an LMS. So these institutes are very quick to onboard. So we are very close to signing up with a few of them because they rely on very simple ways to manage information of students. So then our system will it's easy to be adopted. And the best thing about the system is it has the ability to even if you don't have a certificate, the system can design the certificate for you and or upload the information for the students, and it can generate the certificate. So that's another unique feature of this. So the smaller institutes, the online institutes, are very happy about this because they don't need any other solution, and it's all built in our system. So the challenge is there with the larger universities because they already have the learning management systems in place with COVID. Most of them have actually adopted quite a few systems. So we've developed our system a little bit more further, and we will be ready with that development where we will be having APIs to connect to the existing systems, where the information can transfer from their existing systems to our systems, and then we can go forward. So that was a learning process for us. So in terms of adoption, so we looked at our approach, and that's how we have divided the main the education sector into two: the larger institutes, and then we have the smaller and online institutes which don't have much complication in terms of technology adoption. In terms of response, very positive. But I would say, as with any technology, it is going to ruffle a few feathers. So we are very diplomatic about it. And I think we are very focused on our end game here. So because end of the day, it's going to bring savings to the university and educational institutes, and it's going to enhance the experience of the customer, who is the student. So it is a relationship building for the university and the student. And so I think everybody would go home happy end of the day.
Thank you, Tuan. Unfortunately, we don't have more time, but please stay because we're all back in the end.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, you have another 20 seconds to convince investors to invest. Meanwhile, I'm moving our second founder, Meehan, founder of Precision Sport Technology, Gateway, Ireland, digital health, sports technology, connected business, pre-seed round, 600K in Europe, almost more than half committed. If you want to introduce yourself, and after, don't wait for me, just go to pitch. Thank you.
Hi, thank you, Max. So I'm based here in Galway in the west coast of Ireland. So my background is in software engineering, but also competitive weightlifting and personal training. So this startup is really a combination of bringing my passions together for fitness and for technology. So I'm going to kick off now. So thank you so much, everyone, for giving me your attention this evening. So as I mentioned, I do weightlifting competitively. So when I'm training to get feedback on my technique, I currently have to manually record a video for every exercise, send it to my coach on WhatsApp, and then wait up to a week for feedback. But millions of people are lifting weights every day. Incorrect technique can lead to increased risk of injury, reduced performance, and lack of engagement in exercise. In fact, around 40% of people have actually injured themselves in a gym. This problem is compounded for competitive sports teams from grassroots up to elite level. Strength and conditioning coaches and physiotherapists for these teams need to measure movement competency in order to benchmark athletic performance, track injury rehabilitation, and prescribe exercise programs. However, this is really difficult. Even at the highest level in sports, they're either doing it by eye or using manual sensors that take up way too much time. Furthermore, coaches express extreme worry when their athletes are training remotely during the off-season or when they're injured. They have no idea whether they are safe or performing their exercises correctly, which all leads to increased risk of injury. That is why we've developed our proprietary software platform to solve these problems for the athlete, coach, and improve processes across the sport organization. Our system is utilizing 3D depth sensing technology to provide real-time feedback and analysis on exercise technique using AI. Our system notifies the athlete in real time whether they are performing their exercises correctly as prescribed, based on a completely individualized pair-joint traffic light-based system. This solution can be used live in the gym or remotely, facilitating high-quality coaching anywhere. That was an example of our initial prototype for the real-time feedback. However, this requires significant investment in capital, time, and data. We've worked with our prospective customers to develop the very first prototype, which we have now launched to coaches, which you can see here. The software platform running on an iOS device provides automated objective analysis to the coach, so they can know how well their athletes are moving, whether they are progressing, or if there are any anomalies in their movement pattern, so they can intervene as required. This can all be achieved without any additional hardware through the rapidly accelerating developments in artificial intelligence and the availability of LiDAR depth sensing cameras on smartphones and tablets. We've had incredible pull into the sports market, where the analytics sector is already valued at over $1.4 billion and rapidly growing at over 25% year on year. We are laser focused on this market, where we will sell our software on a licensed subscription service with pricing based on seat numbers and premium features. However, we can leverage our software then to partner with winners in the spaces of remote physiotherapy and personal training to access those markets and bring better service to physiotherapy and gym training. in order to access massive global scale. So we already have more than 50 customers signed up for our trials internationally across some of the top professional and amateur sporting organizations in the world. 3 of our clients from the Champions League and the Olympics were actually inbound leads. And most recently, we are super excited to announce that we have now secured trials with teams in the NFL and the NBA. Our first US customers, which will be our primary market from 2025. So what are practitioners now to try and solve their problems? Well, currently you have manual wearable sensors I mentioned earlier, or you have massive, hugely expensive multi-camera motion capture systems, which take hours to configure and weeks to get insights from. Our technology combines the data quality and quantity of the motion capture lab with the portability of a wearable, and all you need is your iPhone or iPad Pro. We are the right team to bring this enterprise to fruition. Along with my background in technology fitness, I'm joined by our CCO, Sean McVeigh, who has vast experience in sports tech sales and high performance. Our leadership team is completed by Colm, Chris, and Tom, who help us close the gaps in our go-to-market strategy for physiotherapy and professional sports. And along with Padraig, our new COO, who has just joined in the past 2 weeks. We are currently raising our pre-seed round of 600,000, of which we already have 450,000 committed. This is a combination of angel investors, a prestigious accelerator program, a VC based in Austria and Slovenia, and high potential startup funding from Enterprise Ireland. So today we are seeking checks from €10,000 plus in order to close the final 150,000 of this round. So what do we aim to achieve with this? This round gives us runway into 2024 to enable us to begin securing first customer revenues, develop high value commercial agreements, and begin scaling our first product internationally. This first product release is bespoke as a movement screening tool. However, the second release facilitates remote monitoring to access more customers at a higher price. We begin development on this in 2024 and raise our seed round. So beyond 25 then, we're looking at our Series A round, scaling into the US, achieving profitability, and releasing our real-time feedback product. So finally, real-time feedback and analysis for exercise technique has the potential to change the way people perform strength conditioning and physiotherapy for the better by removing subjectivity and bringing access everywhere. If you're interested to join us, please reach out to me directly at emma@precisionsportstech.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma. Before I start, everyone wants to raise questions to Emma or previous founders, and the coming one, please, you can do it now. Emma, you have different markets, physiotherapists and sport, even competition. So where do you see in the coming years the money coming the most?
Yeah. So really, we're focusing on for 2024 the professional sports market because they are really trying to access this data. This provides them huge amounts of value. However, in terms of huge global scale, like we calculated, there are only around 3,500 elite sporting organizations around the world. So while we could still build a hugely successful and profitable business, it doesn't have the scale that we think this product could actually achieve. So from 2025 on, one of our key product focuses will be on an integration level. So we could potentially white label our product and integrate with providers for physiotherapy apps or for gym fitness, which is really where the biggest scale is. We're really looking for partners in order to tackle these markets effectively.
Your platform application, as you want to call, the software works only on any device, or there are particular one? Because I think you need a very strong camera.
Yeah, so the limitation for now is because of this 3D depth sensor. So it's called a LiDAR camera, and they're only available on the iPhone and iPad Pro models for now. So when I started working on this product initially a few years ago, I was using 3D cameras from Microsoft and Intel because we need that depth sensing along with the computer vision to give this high level of accuracy. So unfortunately now it's only available for iPhone and iPad Pro, but hopefully Google, Samsung, and the other Android manufacturers will start shipping their products with this sensor. We also need a device that has high computing power because we're running very complex AI algorithms on the device as well.
In terms of adoption, you are at a very early stage, but are you already testing with some teams? I don't know.
Yeah, so just since October, only in the past couple of weeks, we've now officially launched our product for trials. So anyone that's on our beta list, we send them out a link to download the software directly to their own device. And so we're working through them now on the user experience, testing, getting their feedback, and making sure that for our next customers, as soon as they download and use this product, they get the wow effect. So we're going through these pilot programs now with the intention then at the end of this year, we say, right, this should be good enough now, either you pay or you stop using. So that's our ambition for the end of the year, along with closing this round.
I mean, if I am an amateur, I mean, let's say I go to the gym and I want to use your software, I mean, I want to check if I'm doing well or not. Is something, are you doing also to the B2B, to the B2C market?
Yeah, so initially my idea was actually for the B2C market. For me, it was coming as a gym goer thinking, wow, I really want to get my form technique in the gym in real time, but to simplify our product roadmap and, be very focused, we're just doing B2B for now. But as we build out the feature set, simplify the language from sports science to an actual consumer level, B2C is absolutely on our roadmap. That's probably from 2025 plus. It is an absolutely massive market, but we know we can generate revenues very quickly with a much simpler product in the elite sports market.
What is needed to scale? Because you are moving to 2025, I remember well, to the US, which is absolutely great, but it's very, very competitive. So what is needed to Emma and your team to scale, to get this company to the very level that you want?
Yeah, so like next year, as part of our first steps, we have teams signed up in each of the major professional leagues in the US. So NBA, NFL, and the MLB for baseball. So we want to get one strong team in each of those leagues. And then once we raise our seed round, we will hit the ground running for the US in order to then penetrate throughout those leagues within the sports market for US and European soccer is also such a massive market. But once we start generating solid revenues in that space, our real focus for scale is going to be our adjacent markets. So working with our partners for the remote physiotherapy and for the commercial fitness markets. So sports first as kind of a beachhead, and then the world is our oyster.
I mean, this is my last one. Unfortunately, we don't have so much time. Where do you see the challenge in doing so?
Oh, like there's very different levels of standards and desires for each of those markets. So we've nailed down what the sports teams want. Our commercial lead, he's a very strong background in sports technology, pro sports. But for digital health, it's very different for each country on who actually pays for it, which is why we're looking to partner with, insurance companies or large clinics, things like this to try and figure out that market. And then in the consumer space, it's all down to simplification, speed, ease of use. So making sure that the product is simple enough and that we can scale it, that's certainly going to be a challenge. But we have this nailed now for the very first step. So 2024, we have a clear path ahead for sure.
Thank you so much, Emma. Please stay, don't go. We are all back soon. I'm moving on third, last, but absolutely not the least, founder. Yaroslav Kologryvov, CBDO and co-founder of PLATMA, headquartered in Delaware, US, technology seed around 550K in USD. How's it going, Yaroslav?
Hi all. Hi Max. Everything is good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you so much. Please go. Give an introduction to yourself and after straight to pitch. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Yaroslav. I'm co-founder of PLATMA, and we would like to liberate businesses, especially small and medium businesses, from IT dependencies. So we created the platform which understands natural language and which help our customers to digitalize their business processes and back office routine, just typing using natural language what they would like to do in terms of their digitalization. So let's go to our pitch deck. So as I mentioned, PLATMA we call it extreme no-code software development platform. Compared to other solutions which exist on the market, we have absolutely different mindset. And we decided to create solution not for IT professionals to increase their efficiency, their speed, and so on and so on. We would like to create, and we already did it, to create solution for ordinary people, for the owners of the businesses who are not the IT professionals and which use IT as a tool, but it's not the main sense of their life. So how it works? Very easily. Our customer can describe declaratively using natural language, English, for example, or other language, what he or she would like to have in terms of the digitalization of their processes. For example, they can start even from such sentence like, I want to sell goods. Of course, it's not enough to create the software or create the digitalization of the businesses, but it's a good start to chatting with the system. And the system will ask additional question. Okay, what kind of goods you would like to sell? How you will do your presentation of the products or your online appearance. Will you use your own website, or will you use Instagram, or will you use any messengers or Shopify, etc., etc.? And answering this question, like we do when we starting to do digitalization to business analyst or freelancer or IT subcontractor and so on and so on. But in our case, you communicated with the system, with the PLATMA. When PLATMA will receive all the questions, it will deliver the solution on the fly. And if you have some legacy in terms of IT software products, it will integrate it into this ecosystem, and you even don't have to understand what is API is, and so on and so on. So PLATMA consists of 3 layers. The first layer, it's layer, we call it low-code layer. It's a layer could be used by IT programmers because they can adopt the software precisely for your needs. The second layer, it's a layer for business analysts. You don't have to create even one line of the code to create your solution. And the third one, which I described you at the beginning, it's our IE builder, our extreme no code. So you started to chat with the system like ordinary person with a system which understands your language. You don't have to learn languages of the system, like programming languages and so on and so on. Couple words about the market size. So the market is quite big and booming. So this year it's around 32 billions, but in 2030 it will be around 190 billions. And mostly the demand of will be raised because of small and medium enterprises, which need this digitalization and don't have solution at the moment, because big companies like SAP, OutSystem, Appian, and many others, they simply do not work with the small and medium companies because they cannot deliver their checks. And this is market where we would like to dig. Competitive landscape. So what have PLATMA compared to awesome companies like OutSystem, Mendix, Appian, by the way, and many others? So we have this IE builder. So our system understands natural language. We are vendor lock. We do not have a vendor lock-in. We absolutely open source solution, and we have marketplace. Once our customer will create some template or connector and we'll put it on the marketplace, we will share the revenue if the third party will start to use it. So what we have at the moment, we are closing our pre-seed round. It's 2 million round. We already received 1,450,000, which are on our account. We have quite impressive traction for the last 8 months. We already received 1.7 million USD on our account. We have 9 contributors who started to use PLATMA and generate templates, connectors, and so on and so on. We cover several very interesting projects in Ukraine, in US, in Europe, in Asia, and so on and so on. We have fantastic team. 1.5 years ago, when we just started, we have only 3 people. At this moment, we have 38 professionals in the team. We have awesome advisors who helps us a lot. And we are searching for 550K to close our round up to the end of this year. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Yaroslav. You've done already a terrific job and raised already another 1.5 million, so you are perfectly on track. But if I am a medium, 10, 15 people, employees, SMEs, and I'm coming to your platform, how far I can go? What actually I can get from your service?
Mm-hmm. So the idea is to make you create all kind of the software and digitalize all your business processes without any middleman between you and the PLATMA. So it's absolutely the same pattern which was implemented 50 years ago in computer industry. So I just briefly show you this example. 50 years ago, if you'd like to do some calculation on with a computer, you have to create scope of work, bring it to the special department, then wait couple weeks. In several iterations, you will have some result, because there were people who understand the hardware elements of the huge computers, the languages, low-level programming languages, high-level programming languages, etc. Then personal computer and operating system appear, and you can use your computer without any middleman. So we would like to do the same with IT departments. Small and medium company with couple people or 10 people or so on are invest a lot of efforts and pain in the field of digitalize their business processes, because their subcontractors offering them something that they cannot validate even. They create something that what customer do not need, for example, or do not precisely need, or something like this. In our case, you can use your natural language, that you English or Italian or other language, and you will start to describe to the system like you are describing it to the freelancer or business analyst from this IT subcontractor. When you describe not the whole information, the business analyst will ask you, and our system will ask additional question. So the verb is a function, all other words is parameter of the function. And our artificial intelligence tool, we develop it by our own, by the way. We have 3 separate R&D departments in natural language processing. It's our main expertise. And by the way, it's not the first startup. The previous one was acquired by the huge US strategic investor. So this is our main competence. We understand how to create products using artificial intelligence, and the most complicated part of it is natural language processing. So that's why the system simply understand natural language, human language, and that's all. So you can integrate any kind of software that you have already as your legacy. The system will offer you another open source or even not open source solutions if you will describe what you need, because the system will understand it and will deliver precisely what you need.
So here, without any IT department, I can go for it without any problem.
This is the idea. Without any IT department, on the very high level of abstraction, declaratively, you can describe the final stage, what you would like to have. And the system will translate it into imperative language and will find all APIs, all connectors, and will create in the best way and will deliver it to you 24/7.
In terms of market fit?
Yeah. So we already checked everything and we have quite impressive revenue. We have 2 type of customers. Our main and most important customer is SMBs directly. So small and medium companies will be liberated with this solution because it's cheaper for them and more effective to use PLATMA than to be hostages of the IT companies or IT, even internal IT departments. How we penetrate to the market? Through, we call it aggregators of the SMBs. It's banks, it's marketplaces, it's delivery services like TNT, FedEx, and so on and so on. We do pilots with such players. We offer them PLATMA as a tool for their customers. And our partners, big enterprise like banks and so on, will receive some competitive advantage. So only them have this solution, which they give to their SMBs clients, which will make their clients be more effective. So the clients, when they reduce their routine, for example, we did a lot of customer developments with e-commerce SMBs. They will increase their efficiency more than 10 times. That means that they will use services of the bank more 10 times more, or services of delivery services 10 times more, and so on and so on. So that's how we penetrate to this SMBs. And the second client, it's IT consultants companies, which work with medium companies, because sometimes medium companies would like to deliver even even this quite easy work to someone. And they used to work with IT consultants, so we gave it to them. And IT consultants create solution for their customers and add their additional fee for the customization. But using PLATMA, they do it faster, cheaper for themselves, and in more effective way. So that's what we have.
This is my last question, as we had to go close to the closing. How do you make money?
How we make money? Oh, it's a B2B SaaS service. So we sell licenses, 25 USD per month per one user, and this is our business model. Our task is to sell thousands and thousands licenses per day. So that's how.
Thank you so much, Yaroslav. Don't go, stay there, because we're bringing all of founders back. I'm starting from you. So in 20 seconds, convincing investors with your best elevator pitch, why they should give you money, and closing this round.
I should start, okay? Because we almost unicorn. It's the best way how to increase your profit.
That's very straightforward. Tuan, unmute yourself, please. Unmute.
Thank you, Max. So simply reduce the costs and make your customers happy and build a wonderful relationship for more business in the future.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys are very straight there. Emma, please, if you want to close this pitch today.
All right, well, real-time feedback and analysis for exercise technique has potential to change the way people do strength conditioning and physiotherapy to reduce injuries, increase human health, and just increase participation and wellness. So the reason why you need to invest in us is because the timing is perfect. We've developed the technology that runs just on your phone. We're the right team with the energy and the knowledge to deliver this.
Thank you so much, Emma. Yaroslav, Emma, Tuan, Gihan, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to everyone watching our pitch even today. Any investors watching, you can get in touch directly with our funders. You don't need to come to us. Of course, if you come, we are more than happy to introduce them to you or you to them, but you can go directly to them, as we leave all the information how to contact our funders. We don't charge any pound, no £1, euro, dollar, whatever is going to be the funding currency. All the money will go to our funds. You can watch all this event and all our previous one on our YouTube channel, EquityMatch on YouTube. And we come back on Tuesday. And again, thank you so much to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.